Most common revenue models, advertising, AVOD, some of you might be familiar with some of these, AVOD, ad integration, SVOD, subscription model, Netflix, Hulu, pay-per-view events. These are some of the most common. Some of your alternative revenue models, product sales, online store, lead gen, sponsors, add your own advertisers, sponsors, your own media sponsors. These are your most lucrative. Fundraising, donations, patrons, and crowdfunding. Those are some of your alternative models. Most lucrative models for large viewership is your ad networks and your SVOD as well through, I'm sure you're familiar with, like I said, subscriptions with Netflix, Hulu, and pay-per-view events. Those are your most lucrative for your larger viewership. For your smaller viewership models, your own advertisers, if you have relationships with these are not your traditional ads through your ad networks. If you have your own relationships with advertisers or sponsors, this is always going to be your most lucrative. Again, your SVOD, some run both, some run AVOD and SVOD, and also the promotion of products through sales, online stores, and lead gen. This is a model comparison, as you can see, with respect to volume-dependent setup fees that are incurred for each one, your technical support needed, return per viewer, and requirements with as far as integration and break time or break-even points. As you can see, with respect to subs, advertising, sponsors, products, and donations, that sponsors is always going to be your less labor-intensive and more return per viewer. With respect to that, and your break-even points about 1 to 2 months, as opposed to some of them that require more integration. It's going to take a little bit more with respect to integration. Fundraising. Fundraising is exactly the same way you would do it on traditional TV. What's required with this is add graphics to your videos, creating and display support-worthy causes, creating conversion optimized landing pages, whether they're your own or your patrons. This is always something that your marketing firm or your business consultant can help you with. You always want to promote landing pages on your videos as well. Questions that you want to ask yourself or questions to consider, do you already raise funds on TV? Do you already have fundraising systems in place? Do you have products your OTT viewership might get excited about or compassionate about? So that's with respect to fundraising. Promoting product sales, you do this pretty much the same way you would on traditional TV. Obviously, you need to have products that are interest to your viewership, creating special incentives for OTT viewers across your platforms, whether it's Roku, Fire, Android TV, or Apple TV, and have respective graphics to those videos. And again, this is something that your marketing consultant firm or your consultants can help you out with, and always want to promote your optimized landing pages on all your videos. Of course, something to consider with this one here is, do you already sell products that are appealing to your viewership? Do you have an e-commerce system set up already in place? And do you have optimized landing pages that would drive to your viewers as well? That's for product sales. Sponsors. Again, this is always your most lucrative, serving pre, mid, and post-roll video ads, whether they're sponsors or direct advertisers or co-branding apps. What you would need with this is a multi-platform ad server with multi-source campaign capabilities, as well as an OVP and a CDN and an app developer. Like us can help you out with all these as well. Question is, do you have or can you easily develop relationships with advertisers or sponsors? You might already have these in-house as well that might want to be named as sponsors to your shows, or have their videos run on their content run on your apps. Again, this is always the most lucrative.